Seagate. What's that?
You're kidding. Seagate's the largest maker of disk drives in the world. You know, information the way you want it. They basically started the whole disk drive industry. Seagate has over 800 design patents in disk drive technology. Their products have earned over 100 industry awards in just the last 3 years alone. Not to mention the fact they've shipped over 100 million disk drives.
And a disk drive would be?
A disk drive is the primary device that a computer uses to store, access, and manage information. It's a pretty fascinating combination of electronics and machinery.
So, would a computer work without a disk drive?
Well, kinda, but none of the information can be saved without a storage device. The computer needs a disk drive to access applications and to store data.
Can you show me what that means?
Sure, let's take a look.
Yo, looks like some kind of weird record player.
Yeah, well, it is, really. Each has a platter and a functional head. But disk drive can write data to the disk more than once and onto multiple platters. This function is called writing.
You mean like you would write onto a piece of paper?
Kind of, except much more sophisticated.
Oh, it'd have to be.
The head skims above the platter and stores the information magnetically. Say you create a document on your computer and hit save. It writes it to the platter as magnetic binary code.
Sure, whatever. Look, how do I get the information back from the hard drive?
Oh, when you call the file back up, the computer reads the stored file and it shows up on your desktop. That's called the read function.
So what separates Seagate drives from other companies?
Oh, I'm glad you asked.
Oh, good.
The answer is performance and innovation. Here, check out their sales guide. It lists every product they make that has to do with data storage and then some.
Oh, no. Is this the point where I have to memorize a lot of those specs?
No, but you should know what they mean.
All right, then, but walk me through it slowly.
Okay, slowly. One of the first things you're going to see is form factor.
Like something from a sci-fi movie.
Well, it's really just an engineering term for size. Drives come in different shapes and sizes, depending on capacities and the computers they need to fit into.
All right, okay, that's easy enough. Can you make everything else on this page that simple?
We can tackle some of them.
Go for it.
Let's call up a file on the computer and watch what happens step by step so we can define a few things. Performance specs really talk about how fast the disk drive can read and write data.
Okay.
First thing you should take note of is that the platters spin. That's where the data is ultimately stored. The platters rotate so that the head can access the data. Their spin speed is measured in RPM.
And that would be revolutions per minute. I got that part.
You got it. The faster the disk spins, the quicker the head can reach the sector where the information is stored. Now, most drives spin at 4,500 to 5,400 RPMs. Seagate is the leader in spindle speed innovation without question. They were the first to market with 7,200 RPM drives, and more recently, the new Cheetah drives. Now, those babies spin 10,000 times a minute.
Whoa, that's moving. You know what? If the wheels on my car spun that fast, I could be cruising like 700 miles an hour.
Well, yeah, something like that.
So, what's all this other techno gobbledygook you have in this sales guide here, like seek time and transfer rates?
Oh, well, those are all performance measurements. Beyond spindle speed, the next thing we'll see is seek time. Seek time is simply the time it takes the head to find the data on the platter. It's measured in milliseconds, which is thousandths of a second.
Yeah, don't blink. So, what happens next?
Next, the data is read from the platter and transferred to the cache.
And what the heck is a cache?
Well, the cache is just a fancy French term for memory. It's a chip that stores the data before it's transferred out to the computer.
So the speed at which that happens is
the internal transfer rate, because it's internal to the drive. The performance is measured in megabits per second.
Makes sense. What happens next?
The information moves from the cache through the interface to the computer. That's called the external transfer rate. It's measured in megabytes and is always faster than the disk's internal transfer rate. The object is to avoid any bottlenecks.
This is really weird, but I think I actually get it. Now, what is interface?
The term interface refers to the cabling technology that ties your computer to other devices.
Slow down. What's a device, and why would I want to tie my computer to it?
Devices are peripherals like hard drives, CD-ROM drives, scanners, tape backup, or floppy diskette drives.
Okay, all right, I get that. Now, let's go back to this interface thing.
Sure. There's 3 standard interfaces that balance transfer speed against cost. Seagate offers ATA, SCSI, and fiber channel interfaces.
Now, you mean like plugs and connectors, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, just say that. So how do I know which one is the right one for me?
Oh, it's really easy. The ATA interface is the desktop standard. It's perfect for individuals working in a desktop PC environment.
Why is that?
It offers external transfer rates of up to 33 megabytes per second with the ability to connect up to 4 devices at a reasonable cost.
33 megabytes per second is pretty fast.
You bet.
But so what about power users with those heavy-duty workstations doing that computer-aided drawing stuff, or those huge servers that make the internet possible?
Today's data-hungry applications such as email servers, intranet servers, database management, video and computer-aided design would benefit from the SCSI interface.
Well, how is SCSI different from ATA?
Well, it offers external transfer rates of up to 80 megabytes per second and allows users to connect up to 15 devices.
So SCSI is faster than ATA?
Well, if you're using applications that require faster transfer rates like high-end 3D animation, full-frame video, and online transaction stuff, SCSI is the way to ago.
Huh. And then the fiber channel interface is even faster than SCSI.
That's correct. Seagate was actually the first to introduce drives with the fiber channel interface as well. Fiber channel arbitrated loop is ideal for data-intensive applications. Fiber channel has the ability to move data at up to 200 megabytes per second.
Wow. Are there other benefits to fiber channel?
Oh, sure. Fiber channel allows users to connect to up to 125 devices, and the length of the interface can extend up to 6 miles.
6 miles? Why would I need that?
Well, that means you can connect together a lot of very large storage cabinets so that multiple users can quickly access information from various points. Corporations, banks, airlines really like that kind of thing.
Yeah, all right, good. Well, I've reached my cranial limit. My brain is getting, numb, yeah.
No problem. The important thing to remember is that Seagate has shipped more hard drives than anyone in the world. If you have storage questions, Seagate has answers.
Seagate has answers. Okay, I can remember that. I should have taken some notes, I think, though.